Okay, so I'm loving my new selfie stick because now I can talk normally and not have to switch hands. It's really good. So, anyway, concrete minerals, altar of roses red, and some regular red, not the crime scene red, but I found another red I put under here. Um, and then this is Tattoo Junkies leather. It has a vanilla flavor. I'm wearing my copper and ruby circlet. The link will be in the description where you can get your own Skyrim replica circlet. Leah Stevo does excellent work, as you can see. Um, so this is day 2 out of work. I called off work again because my hand. So I got an injection right under my middle finger here at the base. Um, the injection was a type of a numbing. It was a type of numbing agent as well as an anti-inflammatory and stuff like that. I mean, the words are so damn long I can't even pronounce it. But so it comes down to I have trigger finger. So they would want you to report it as soon as you find the minute symptoms because if you let it wait, like I let it wait like 4 months, it gets a little harder to take care of. But so we did one injection on Tuesday. I took Tuesday off because my hand went numb and my finger, I couldn't move my finger. It's still a bit stiff. It where the injection site is, it hurts to even be touched. But I took another day off because it hurts to pick things up with my right hand. So I felt that's my judgment call to make. Uh, the PA never said to take off work, but I think he would want me to take off work so I can get the medicine to work by not overworking overworking my hand. So yes, I have been babying it to make sure that the medicine works. I can do this. There hasn't been any pain except when I'm trying to close my hand. There's pain. Otherwise, there's no pain anymore. So that's good. I have 2 days off starting tomorrow and Friday. So I'm having a 4-day weekend. Um, they refilled my prescription of Zoloft, and they can't see me for any mental health issues. I have to go to a mental health facility, well, office, that they can take care of that. I have to fill out a packet that's basically a 100-page book, basically. And then they gave me also a book to read about the rules and policies and all that, and resources, I think. I haven't read it yet, but I'm sure that's what's in there is the, you know, what to do and what I'm meant to expect. And because my insurance, okay, look, I'm on Medicaid. I'm not ashamed to say it. I am poor. And because I'm poor and on Medicaid, I'm not able to get any real pain medication because people on Medicaid tend to be trash and are drug dealers. They want the drugs to sell. I mean, that's what I was told a few years ago. That's why they won't give me real pain medication, like anything with codeine or Oxycontin or anything good to deal with the pain. They give me prescription ibuprofen, prescription Tylenol, um, things like that, without the codeine, without the good stuff. So that's the bad part of being on Medicaid, is now you're considered medical trash. How's that? Yeah. Yeah. Lovely. I know. So I wanted to explain about this. So The needle, okay? I thought they would put it in the knuckle. He didn't. He put it in my hand at the base of the finger because he said there's a tendon in there that's too inflamed and it won't stay attached, so it's causing pain. Now he said if the first shot doesn't take, we have to wait 6 weeks and then go for a second shot. And then if that doesn't work, then the last alternative is surgery. I don't even want to think about hand surgery because then I might not be able to use my hand. I mean, I don't know. Shit happens. But the last resort is surgery, and I really don't want to go that route. So I'm hoping the medicine, yes, I'm babying it probably a little too much, but I want to make sure the medicine works because I mean, a second shot will be fine, but I don't want surgery. I'm sorry, I don't. So the needle, it's 27 gauge, which means it's super, super thin, and it's super thin, really super thin. But because the palm is a little bit tough tissue, he had to stab it, and that was the shitty part. And then as he's injecting this medicine, whatever the hell it was, it burned. It hurt. It felt like I needed to cut my finger off because it was that painful. I was squeezing the nurse's hand because it was that painful. I was making really rude comments about, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, that hurts, you know. And yeah, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't what I expected. It wasn't too bad. It was the shot itself, the needle in the hand really wasn't that painful. It was just a sting because the needle was really tiny. So that wasn't bad. It was just the injecting part was the most painful part, and that's what sucks about getting injected into the tendons or the joints. That's what hurts. It's the injection of the fluid in there that causes the pain and not necessarily the needle. So yeah, it was a traumatic experience. But I can take a second shot if I need to. I have to wait 6 weeks now. Well, we'll see what happens in 6 weeks. So I also had scheduled a last minute appointment for a massage. I thought maybe a massage on the hand would help, but the PA said that it wouldn't really help. But I couldn't cancel the appointment for the massage after my injection, so I just went to the massage and told them they couldn't touch my hand, and he didn't touch my hand. And I did a chair session, 30 minutes, so I got my back. So I got a little selfish care. Not selfish, it was overdue self-care that was needed. A 30-minute massage where he worked my neck, my shoulders, my arms. He did my left hand, and he worked my back. And only went to my right arm above my wrist. Because at Tuesday, my hand was so swollen and puffed up from the medication. So they knew not to touch the hand because by massaging it will flush out the medication. So, but the head masseuse was saying after I'm healed from it, they could start massaging my hand and helping, work out the tendon and everything. I like the massage. Massage is a good way to go. It'll work out the tendons and the muscles and everything. It works. It does work. So I slept really well the other night because I had the massage, but I was also traumatized by that by that needle. It was a traumatic day. It was a rough day. I fell asleep mostly because of the massage. It relaxed me so much. It was well overdue. I need to do that at least every couple of weeks. Get a massage. Yeah, that's needed. It's really good. The student who took care of me was very nice. He had very good hands. He did it a little bit hard, but I prefer that because I am a stress case. So, I mean, it didn't hurt me. It felt really to get a little bit deeper, harder. Ooh, that doesn't sound right. It was Swedish massage, so it's a little bit rougher. But yeah, it's good. It's really good when it's done right, and that guy did it nice. And then it's a super small world when the female barista I get my drinks from tells me she knows the guy who was my masseuse that day because she met him on Tinder. So apparently he didn't give her a massage on their date. So I told her he had really good hands and that she should try it out. Well, oh my God, that was today. That's what she told me today about how she knew him. It's still too funny to even think about. I don't judge her for being on Tinder. Everybody needs their thing. Oh my God. So, oh, okay. Here's some real life horror. So, the second day of school at my nephew's school, my nephew's history teacher was found dead after day two. He was in his car, dead. They didn't give any details if he was murdered or if he committed suicide, but I'm guessing a suicide because he sent out a text that said something about life is precious and fleeting and we're not to waste it or squander it or something like that. That's kind of a suicide note. But it also could be a note that he was murdered. I, I'm thinking suicide. I don't know yet. I don't have any of the facts. All I know is that after the second day of school, he was missing, and he was found later in his car, dead. And on day three, my nephew had a substitute teacher. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. Um, I don't hear of people committing suicide here in town, but I know it happens. I know it happens. I just don't hear about it as much as I as much as I think it would happen. Murders, yes, we get murders here all the time. It's usually bad drug deals gone wrong or pissed off exes stalking their baby mamas and whatever in the family. It's just stuff like that. But suicides are not broadcast, I guess. So when I find out more news, I'll let you know if he committed suicide or if he was killed. But who would want to kill a history teacher? I don't know. He was kind of young, I think in his 40s, 30s or 40s. I don't know. So real life horror happened after the second day of school last week. So, that was interesting. I'm still thinking suicide. Everybody has their issues around here. So, yeah. Um, yeah, so I'm starting to address, so I have to go to a mental health office to address my mental health issues. And because of my insurance, it's first come, first served basis. They open at 8 in the morning. So either you have to go there like before 8 in the morning and get first in line or what? They can't take appointments because there's just too many. There's too many people that they have to see. And of course, right now, August, everybody's going on vacation. So she said the rest of this week it's going to be very short-handed. So I'll probably wait till next week. I mean, because I got my new supply of sertraline or Zoloft, as it's called. I got my massage this week, so that might help me. I think that helps me a little bit. I haven't been feeling as depressed. So I'm gonna do that every couple of weeks. I'm gonna go for a massage. I'm gonna do the table massage. It gets your whole body, and you really need that. And they massage your head and around your face. Oh yeah, it feels so good. Yeah. Um, I also went to my grief support meeting again. So it felt good to talk my feelings out because this is August and this is, well, the end of the month is my mother's death anniversary. So that's probably why I'm feeling upset without really thinking about it. So yeah, and I think that's why my dad's been a little upset too, because subconsciously we know it's the anniversary coming up and it's the second year that she's been gone. So that's why I think I'm figuring out that that's what's been going on. Why I've been kind of depressed. Besides my fur babies dying too, and then work. I'm just letting work. I had let work overwhelm me a bit. But like I said, I think with the massage and talking to my grief support group and taking care of the pain in my hand, which I don't have pain except only when I try to close my hand. It's a slight pain, but it's still the site where I got injected. It's really sore to touch. So, and I have to use both my hands during my job. So, I mean, it's useless for me to go to work. I don't think I'll need a doctor's note because I was out only 2 days and then I'm having 2 days off. So I'll go back to work Saturday morning. God, I want to change my hours. I'm going to change my hours for the weekends because I hate the long days. And I discussed it with my sister. I mean, her hours got cut because she has to pick up BoomDoom early for school. And except for Thursday, Fridays, I pick him up because those are my days off, so she can work longer. Um, so I have to be more of the financial provider, which I get paid a little more than she does. So yeah, I've been taking care of the house bills and whatnot. And yeah, we're gonna be a little strapped because her check's gonna be smaller, and I'm having 2 extra days off, so my check's gonna be a bit smaller. Yeah. So I told my dad that I made a bouquet for Mom, and I got some new cleaners for her headstone plaque to clean it because from all the because the cemetery doesn't clean the graves, they just tend to the lawn and the trees. They don't, excuse me, they don't tend to the graves and clean them, and so they get watered and they get mowed and they get it's been raining the last couple of days, so it kicks up a lot of mud and dirt, and everything's all dusty and muddy and looks crappy. I also got a pair of garden clippers to help clear uh, the weeds around her headstone plaque. Well, it's a plaque, so it lays on the floor, it lays on the ground, and it's not a headstone, it just lays on the ground. It's a plaque. But yeah, I clean that um, when I go and put some a fresh bouquet on her grave for special dates and the anniversary date, which they will allow. They don't allow flowers during the summertime. Yeah, starting July, they don't allow flowers until October, and then from October until June, you can have flowers and whatnot on the graves. So yeah, so I made this really pretty bouquet. I got this images of colors in my head when I was at work and I saw the fake flower displays. And I got this image of colors that popped up in my head, and I picked out their blue and purple, and I think I put a couple of yellows in there to contrast it. Yeah, it's a really pretty bouquet. I'm guessing it might be from a message from my mom when I get these color ideas in my head. I mean, I think I'm a pretty creative person, but sometimes I get ideas that are not mine, and I know this. I know this. So when it comes to flowers, and I think about my mom's grave, she gives me the ideas. I like to believe that she is doing that because she is haunting us. I think on a podcast did uh, I did put on the little bit of EVP we got when we were trying to record a podcast that Mom did. So my equipment, it was kind of funny. My equipment didn't work for 2 days. We were sharing the same mic, but yet my sister's voice was muted and mine was not. So that's bizarre. We're sharing the same mic. If the mic was not functioning, I wouldn't be heard either. So we think it was my mom was telling my sister to shut up in a way. So yeah, we were trying to record our story about our mom's passing, and the equipment just kept malfunctioning. My sister's voice was muted. Like I said, we're sharing one mic, so it's not possible that her voice is muted and mine is not. Same levels. Yeah. So it took a couple of days before it started working again, but I did keep the EVP um, of my mom going. My sister was like, "Mom, is that you? You gotta stop!" And then the voice goes, "Yes." Yeah, it's creepy. So it's on there about if you want to go to the podcast page, I'll put a link in there for the that podcast where we were talking about our mom's passing and the whole story behind that, so you can hear that yourself. It's kind of creepy. I wonder if we also talked about how she's been haunting us. She haunts my dad's house. He leaves a light on for her. It's been 2 years. He still leaves a light on for her in the bathroom, in her former bathroom. Um, Weird things happen around here. Uh, what was it? A couple months ago, when my sister went out on a delivery, and an autistic lady who was saying that she could see ghosts said she saw someone standing beside my sister, and my sister was by herself, and she was describing my mom, and that's what my sister said. She's like, "Oh, it's probably my mom." so, so yeah, mom's still with us in a way. Uh, yeah, it's kind of funny, and then it's kind of spooky at the same time. That confirmation that death is not the end. Not always. It's not always the end. So, anyway, what else has been going on? So, something positive. Like I said, I'm working on my stuff. I'm getting stuff done. Um, I'm going to see some sort of mental health physician to get this figured out, and probably put on some better medication. But I noticed a lot of facility doctors, they like to just zombify you, and I can't. I'm everybody depends on me and my family, so I have to have all my faculties and be able to think and come up with solutions, and be the rock. And the rock can't completely break down, you know. Rock has to be strong all the time. But I notice the only way the rock can do that is if the rock takes care of itself. And then they're able to stay strong. So yeah, a little self-care goes a long way. And yes, I might be milking this hand thing a little bit, but you know what? I don't care. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. My limits are showing now. I'm not a young chicken anymore. I can't do a lot of things I used to do when I was younger. The joints are creaking. I have to make sure I have a supply of glucosamine to take to keep my joints working. That's why I was having trouble with my joints. Oh, and that's the other issue, my leg. My left leg that I injured at work. I think I have some, I might have said this before on Facebook, I might be having some sort of residual nerve damage pain. Every time I bump it wrong or twist it wrong or put any pressure on it, I'm in excruciating pain that paralyzes me for a couple of minutes because it's like lightning going up my leg, and it's not a good feeling. So, I need to go back into my email and contact workers' comp and see if we can readdress that, because I'm having a hard time lifting my leg, like lifting it up. So, dressing is becoming a little, not quite difficult, but it's just getting a little harder to get my pants on. So, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. I now have the time this week to do a podcast, so I want to do a podcast. My the podcast I want to do is talk about sharks again, because we're late doing Shark Week. And I don't care if we're late, we're going to do it. We're going to talk about Shark Week. Shark Month now. July is Shark Month, not week. Shark Month. And we'll talk about that, because we'll talk about all the crazy shark movies that are coming out, or have come out, and on the independent side. There's the craziest fucking shark movies I've ever heard of. Ouija Shark? Ouija Shark. Summoning a shark through the Ouija board. What the fuck? And I thought avalanche sharks was fucked up. Yeah, those were snow sharks. Snow sharks. Get this around your head. Snow sharks that come down a snowdrift. It's like, what? I mean, I can sort of get behind all the sci-fi with the two-headed, three-headed shark things. I can get behind that. That's cool. And Proteus is my favorite shark movie, because it's a mutated shark that's a shapeshifter that can shift. He has to eat his victims to become them. He becomes them, and his name is Charlie. It's an 80s movie. So it's some of it's cheesy, but just the whole idea of a shark that can shapeshift into anyone it eats and be them. Something like The Thing, but it's kind of on a different level, because it's out on an oil rig in the middle of the ocean instead of in Antarctica. So, it's a man-made thing instead of something from outer space. So that's the only difference between The Thing and Proteus. So Proteus is like, yeah, it's my favorite shark type movie. Oh, and we saw another one last night, was Sweetheart. It's on Netflix. It's in the horror movie section. Some sort of mutated shark creature that's living in a type of dark hole off a island in the middle of the ocean somewhere, that comes to the island and eats things that are living there. But it's like a mutated shark thing. It's like we don't even know what it is. It seems to be a natural mutated shark creature that walks on two legs and has arms like a human, but it's got shark skin, and he has claws, and it has sharp claws because it likes to tear into things, and when it walks on land, it has hooves, and it's super fast. but when it's in the water, its feet turns into fins. So it's because it swims really fast, because it's a shark creature. So that was interesting. I mean, this creature looked pretty bad, but it was kind of weird. It was weird looking. So that was an interesting movie. Yeah, sorry, spoiler alert. Yeah, so I'm gonna be looking up all these indie shark movies, and we're gonna talk about that while my sister talks about more shark stories, like real life shark stories. So yeah. So things are okay. They're getting there. They're getting there. Um, so now everybody's having to remask up in certain places like doctors' offices. They're having us mask up again, which is fine. I have to mask up at work now. They told us to mask up even if you're vaccinated. So I'm back to not being able to breathe without restriction, which is fine because this, mask up. We need to be safe. We need to look out for ourselves and uh, make sure that we're safe. I'm fine with that. Everybody should be fine with it. And I'm sorry, people. Those who have not experienced COVID, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's super painful. You feel like you're dying. You do. It's so bad. And people who have the new variant now, the Delta variant, they have it way worse. They have it way worse than I had it. Some of them, they're in the hospital because it's that bad. Especially the kids. It's after the kids now. But yet people are letting their kids go to school with COVID. So yeah, smart. Anyway, so what real positive thing can I say? Well, the real positive thing I can say is you need to take care of yourself. You need to do some self-care. If you're feeling upset, pissed off, anxiety, jittery, you need to figure out what to do to make yourself feel better. And I'm recommending a massage. Massage really works out everything. And you feel better, you feel more relaxed, the stress is like rubbed away. It's rubbed away. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing to do. And I recommend that to start. And then everybody should go get a pedicure. Because that's fun too. They massage your feet. Yeah, they massage your feet and your legs, like up to your calves. They massage your calves up to your calves, and that feels really good too. And the guys don't have to get nail polish. They can get the clear polish if they want. So there's no shame in the guys going to get a pedicure. It's nice. They work the calluses off your toes. They work the calluses off your feet. They lotion up your feet and your legs. Yeah, it's nice. Especially the ladies with the really strong hands. Oh, it's so nice. I recommend it. I'm overdue for it. It's been like 6 months. I'm overdue for it. No, it's been 8 months. Yeah. I'm way overdue for it. But I like to shave my leg. And then I'm looking forward to, my sister hinted that she might get me another tattoo for Christmas. So I'm looking forward to that. And that would be fun because the next is going to be another Skyrim shield. But the one shield I have, it needs to be re-inked a little bit because it's scabbed up and it took off some ink. So I'll need to get that re-inked first, and then he can do another shield. He probably can do it in the same sitting, because to re-ink one tattoo will just take a few minutes, because it's only like 3 spots that need to be re-inked. So yeah, that'd be cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'm overdue for that. That helps get rid of the stress and the anxiety too. Get a tattoo, because it makes your endorphins start working. I highly recommend it. But that's only if you're into tattoos. So yeah. So anyway, that's me. Um, I'm thinking of things to do for more creativity. I need to get on those. My new on the list is movie reviews. In my depression mode, I watch a lot of movies, so so I need to do some movie reviews. Oh, and I need to read more. I'm gonna start reading more creepypasta stories, or some horror stories I find. I'm gonna do the creepypasta stories first. I have this website. It's is it creepypasta.org or something like that? They have this whole list of all the creepypastas, like everything possible. It's like thousands of them. So, and then I found out about there's forums on Reddit that have horror stories, like real life horror stories that people put on there. So I could do that too. But I want to start with the creepypastas. I'm really interested in reading stories. That'd be a lot of fun. So, so people, be nice to each other, mask up, wash your hands, do social distance, go play Skyrim.